this is DK and welcome to this quick video on WordPress tips and tricks. In today's video, what I'm going to show you is how to install a WordPress blog without going through all the process of creating a database, uploading the files, installing the 5-minute install from WordPress, doing all of those stuff, and using the quick one-click install option that you get from most of these hosting providers, and installing WordPress using that. But the change that I'm going to tell you today is about securing this kind of installation. Now, the biggest problem with these one-click installs that you see with most hosting providers is that it's not a safe and secure install. The reason being that the database that is created in the one-click installs typically have a sequence to it in terms of the name and the username. So the database name has a specific pattern to it, and so is the username. So it is an easily hackable username, and these kind of installations are prone to hacking attacks, and this is what the hackers are on the lookout for, and they can easily hack into these kind of WordPress websites. So when we go about doing the one-click install, we would want to secure the WordPress installation. So in this video, what I'm going to show you is how to go about using the one-click install option in these that you get with most of these hosting providers, and then secure the website. So how do you secure the database and thus secure the WordPress website? And I'm going to do this in less than 4 minutes. And while I've kept a target of about doing that in less than 4 minutes, what I'll try to do is achieve it faster than that. So let me take you through the processes. So this is Bluehost, and I'm on my hosting dashboard, and you can see here in all the options, you can see here we have an option called as Install WordPress, which is the one-click install option here. So what I do is I click on this and it opens up a window. So with Bluehost, the best thing is that the installation is taken care of by Mojo Marketplace. So Mojo Marketplace has quite a lot of other things as well, like some very nice themes, some plugins, logos, graphics, and all of those things. So it's a one-stop shop where you can get your themes, your plugins, your logos, and everything designed. And the installation is pretty fast with the one-click install from Mojo Marketplace. So that is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to use this one-click install option that is available with Bluehost and install my WordPress blog. So we are on the page where we can install WordPress blog. So this is a page. You can see here this install button. When I click on that, the one-click install starts. But before that, we do that, I have the timer open here. So the timer is set for 4 minutes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this timer and then take you through the complete installation process. And I'll pause the timer once the installation is complete, and then we can go about tweaking the database to make it a secure database. Okay, so having said that, let's start off with the installation. I will switch on the timer now and I will start the installation. So let's click start. That starts the timer. Click on install. So that should, now I'll select the domain. I'm going to install it on this domain. I'll click on check domain. Show the advanced option. You can see here the password is there. You can keep a note of this password, but this password will also be available towards the end of the installation, so you can use that. You don't need to spend time copying the password there. So let's go through it. You can see here is where the installation progress will show up. You can see here the install is underway, and in a few seconds we should be able to see the credentials and the completed install. So in a minute that should be done, and when we finish that, we'll go about pausing the video, in fact pausing the timer. We are close to installing and we have it. Let me stop the timer. So we are still 2 minutes and 57 seconds into the targeted 4 minutes, and you can see here the install is complete. And when you click on this view credentials, you'll be taken to a page where you can see all the credentials for this WordPress blog that you installed. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go about securing the WordPress installation. For that, what we need to do is we need to go into our databases and find the database that is being used for this particular WordPress blog. So let me find the database for you first. Okay, so here I am on the database dashboard, and you can see here this is the database that has been created by this install, and you can see here this has a pretty straightforward name. So this is primarily, it's very easily decodable by the hackers, and that is where these kind of installations are prone to hacking attacks. You can see here the database name and the passwords are both the same, and that is where primarily the problem lies. So what we need to do is we need to secure this WordPress installation. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the username and the password for these installations. So what I'll first do is let me copy this and create a new password username. So let's okay, so this is the name of the database, the name for the database that we're going to keep, and we are going to create a new username as well, which will be okay, okay, so we have username and the password here. So what we'll now do is I'll start the timer, and then I'll show you how to go about changing the name of this database so that you are securing this database installation. Okay, so let me go to the timer and click on start, and what we're going to do is click on rename here, and we'll copy this part, come here, paste it here, and click proceed. So that is renaming the database. So the database has been renamed, it will reload, and now we need to change the password. So let's go about changing the password. Click on proceed. It's renaming the database user. In a couple of seconds, the user should be renamed. It usually takes a few seconds for the username change, because that is something that takes some time. So that should be done in a couple of seconds more. While we wait for it, let's go and take a look at our timer. We are 1 minute and 42 seconds. So the page will reload, and once it reloads, I'll stop the timer. We have 1 minute and 29 seconds now. We've changed the username and the password for the database. So now once that has been changed, what we need to do is we'll go back to the cPanel. Okay, I'm on my cPanel dashboard. So now what we have to do is the changed username and the database name and the username has to be updated in the WP config file for our WordPress installation. For that, what we'll have to do is we'll have to go to the file manager and change the details in the WP config file. So let me open the file manager and browse to the directory and open the WP config file, and I'll show you how to update the passwords there. Okay, so I am in the directory for the WordPress installation that we did. You can see here this is the WP config file. So let me go and click on code editor, and that should open this in the editor. And so you can see here the name of the database and the passwords. So we need to go about changing the username and the database DB name here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first start the timer and then change the DB name here and then change the username. So I'll start the timer. Copy this from here and then copy this and paste it here. Save changes. So we've saved and we stop it here. So the change has been done, and now we can open our blog and see if the installation is right. The blog should be functioning. Here it is. So it's working perfectly fine. So now what we've done is we've installed WordPress, we've secured our database with a secure database name and a username, and we did all of that without actually creating a database, uploading files, installing, or doing anything of this sort. We just used the one-click install that came with our hosting provider, and using that we've installed a secure WordPress installation. So I hope you've liked this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like the channel here, and don't forget to let us know your thoughts by commenting below. And very soon, keep watching this channel for more WordPress tips and tricks. So that's it from me today. This is DK signing off for dkspeaks.com. Thank you for watching.